Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Frederick's Appliance.
If you or someone you know has a hearing impairment, Jeff Smalt, owner of Premier Hearing, invites you to come by and see him. Let Jeff make the world sound better with 2 locations, Suite 1530 in the Market Street on the west side of Ocala, or Suite 501 in Old Town Village close to Lowe's on the east side. Jeff wants to help you experience what you've been missing. Call today for an appointment, 352-236-6700. That's 236-6700. Let Premier Hearing help you hear better and save money in the process buying direct. All right, 6 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Robin, I hate headaches. Headaches and waiting in lines are my 2 worst things in life.
Yeah.
I could do away with headaches, but the thing about waiting in line is that it eventually ends. Headaches, for me, if I get a real bad one, it's a 2-day thing. Mm-hmm. Usually it's a 2-day thing. And nothing works. And I'll tell you this, and I'm not saying this only because our next guest is going to talk about the risks of acetaminophen, but I've actually, and you know this about me, I do not take acetaminophen. I don't take ibuprofen, and I hope I didn't say something she didn't want me to say, but I don't. They don't agree with me, and I take aspirin even sparingly because it's the only one that my body seems to be okay with. Dr. Jennifer Polzin is on the phone. She's a senior pharmacy consultant in medication management and safety at Kaiser Permanente, Southern California in Los Angeles. I hope I said that right. And she's going to talk to us about the risks of acetaminophen. I hope it's not about ibuprofen. Good morning, Dr. Polzin. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you, Larry and Robin.
Are you in California right now?
No, I'm actually in Washington, D.C.
So tell me, you're not going to try to sell me on ibuprofen, are you?
No.
Oh, good. Yeah, I don't know. And everybody's different. Some people will say, you know what, ibuprofen is my drug of choice for pain. Mm-hmm. For me, it bothers me. I don't know why. So.
Well, that's a good point. Everybody's individual, and you had to find the right medication for you.
But is there a risk? I've heard there's risks with all of them, though. Is that true?
That's correct. Everything, is, different for different people, and based off your risk factors and other conditions, then you can take one may be safer for you, and also the dose may vary or change based off of your other conditions, too. So always good to speak to a pharmacist to find out which one is safe for you to take.
So anybody who's ever been a parent, had a little child, and the child has a fever, the first thing you want to do is get rid of the fever. And I'm always confused about what to give. Not that I have a baby now. My baby's 27 years old. but I mean, I can remember those days. It's like, oh man, you want to do something, and then you hear all these nasty things about the different medications. Is one better than the other for children?
Well, typically, if it's a fever involved, acetaminophen is the recommended one for children as long as they're over 2. If they're less than 2 years of age, then you need to speak to a pediatrician before you give them any medications.
You have also we have also been told that this coming week is National Poison Prevention Week, and that sometimes people will give more medication that involves acetaminophen, and then they have to be taken to the doctor because they were accidentally poisoned.
Oh, wow.
That's correct. And, I think because we have so many products over the counter, there's over 600 products that contain acetaminophen or others called Tylenol. And so you don't realize if you take a cough and cold medication, an allergy medication, pain medication, they may all contain acetaminophen. And so it's so important to read. Yeah, read the labels.
So what does it hurt? Does it hurt your liver?
Yes. So if you take too much, you will have possible liver damage and even death.
Oh, even death. So in other words, if we take, let's say, NyQuil that has acetaminophen in it, and then we take a Tylenol, we've doubled the dose without intending to.
That's correct.
Have you seen a lot of that?
Yes. The Poison Control Center had over 94,000 calls related to taking too much acetaminophen, and 1,300 of them in 2012 ended up in major illness or death.
And I know we're focusing on acetaminophen, but is the same thing true for aspirin and what's the other one I said?
Ibuprofen.
And is there a fourth one?
There's different non-steroidals, naproxen, naproxen. They're all, there's a group of what we call non-steroidals, and then there's acetaminophen, which doesn't have the anti-inflammatory effects that you have with the non-steroidals like ibuprofen and naproxen.
Is it getting to the point now where when we do go to buy our over-the-counter medication, that there won't be any counters at all, that they'll all be behind the walls of the pharmacy, and then we have to sign out for them even though we can buy them without a doctor's prescription?
I don't think that it's going to go there yet. I think there's still the wanting the patients to have access to these medications, in particular if the pharmacy is not open 24 hours a day. So I think if we can just, continue to educate the patients to take as directed, and also do not take more products that have, more than one that have acetaminophen. So, if you take it the right way, it's safe and it's effective. So we just want to make sure patients, learn the right way, which is those two things. You read the directions and you don't take more than one product.
When I go to the home improvement store and I buy lacquer, there is a red flag that comes up at the cashier. It says, "Be sure to check this person is 18." Does
Really?
Does that work the same thing as with over-the-counter medicine?
No, it does not. No flag comes up. It's sold to anyone or everybody.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Is there a way for a person to know which pain relief medicine or fever-reducing medicine is the best for them? As I mentioned in the beginning, what works for me might not work for Robin, and vice versa.
Well, I think by trying the medication, you get a sense if it works well in your system, and that's typically what patients do if they've tried one in the past and it worked. The problem that sometimes occurs is that they think, I'll take one pill, it helped a little bit, I'll take 4, it's over the counter, so maybe more will help the pain more, and that is not the case. And so you want to take as directed, and if that doesn't work for you, then speak to your pharmacist or physician, and maybe you need a prescription type of pain relief medication that will help you. By taking more of the over the counter is not the right thing to do.
You might have just helped me understand something about myself without realizing it. I don't do this anymore. I used to take 4. I was taking 4, and Robin, you know this, right?
Yes.
I actually had more headaches back then. So maybe my headaches were actually a result of trying to get rid of a headache.
Well, there is some information about taking too much. Actually, it's kind of that effect of triggering more headaches. Like if you do too much, it triggers more. So you might have been having that type of symptom. It might have been
poisoning myself.
Symptom. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. All right. Doctor, I'm loving this conversation, but we only have a little bit of time with you. I know you're doing a lot of radio interviews, I assume, because we've only got a short interview. So how do we give the listeners more information? Do we use a website?
Yes, please visit safemedication.com, and on there's a link for a pharmacist journal that specifically discuss acetaminophen safety.
Okay. Say it again, the website?
safemedication.com.
Okay, safemedication.com. And how's the weather in Southern California?
80 degrees.
80 degrees!
Wow.
80 degrees!
Summer or winter.
Oh, man. See, well, we're in Florida. We should be able to brag too, but today it's a little chilly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Doctor, thank you for being on the air with us today. My brother lives out there, so maybe you'll give him some pharmacy advice. Why is it elevated sometimes? Why is that little part of the pharmacy elevated where the pharmacist is?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean, elevator?
No. Where you have like a stage back there. Seems like you're very tall.
Yeah, you're higher than the general public.
Well, yeah, I think sometimes that we want to see over the counter and not be hidden by the counter, so we have the extra step stool.
Oh, that's what it is. I always thought there was liquid medication under there that you had to pump up.
Nope, not anymore.
Well, not anymore. What's up? No one. Okay, that explains everything. Dr. Jennifer Polzin, thank you. You've been fun
Right.
and informative.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Habitat for Humanity of Marion County is a ministry dedicated to improving lives by providing affordable and decent housing. Help them help others by visiting the Habitat for Humanity Ocala Restore at 926 Northwest 27th Avenue. To schedule a donation, give us a call at 401-0075 and we'll come pick it up. For more information, visit ocalarestore.org. Habitat for Humanity of Marion County. Building homes, building hope, building community.
Phoenix Promotional Solutions, your company supplier of banners, digital decals, yard signs, and magnetic signs. Where you give them approved artwork by noon, the next day by 4 p.m., you pick up your banners, digital decals, yard signs, and magnetic signs. Phoenix Promotional Solutions, 368-2404. That's 368-2404. Don't forget, they do vehicle wraps also. Phoenix Promotional Solutions, 368-2404.
When it comes to Truck Month, bigger is better, and nobody has a bigger selection or better prices than Palm Chevrolet of Ocala. And this week only at Palm Chevrolet of Ocala, every truck in our huge inventory will be marked down to our final sacrifice price. We've been instructed by General Motors to eliminate hundreds of new Chevrolet trucks at factory invoice. Plus, you keep all the rebates. You pay less than we pay, with no hassles or negotiations. The price you see is the price you pay on hundreds of new Chevrolet trucks, and you keep all the rebates. Plus, Palm Chevrolet will take any trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. Get fast and easy credit approval, even if your credit is less than perfect, with as little as $0 down. Don't make a $1,000 mistake. Get the lowest price, more for your trade, and the best selection anywhere. Only at Palm Chevrolet of Ocala, 2300 Southwest College Road, exit 350, just east of I-75 in beautiful Ocala.